So we have drawn our koi fish, which is the decorative Japanese style fish. Your name and teacher's name does need to be in the sky or the water, not on the fish, not on the circle, in case you need to flip it over and you want to try a new design with different fish, because we are actually going to end up cutting it out anyway. So your name will get cut off as it is. Once you are finished drawing with the pencil, you're happy with the pencil, you think it looks good from all angles, you're okay with it, then you'll raise your hand and I will give you a Sharpie. We're going to be using the ultra thin Sharpies. The ultra thin Sharpies are not normal, not like the regular Sharpies, because they actually have a super tiny, tiny, tiny little point. They are Sharpies, which means they are permanent. If you mark on your clothing, it will not come out. So if you are being silly or not being responsible with it, you're going to end up with a black crayon. All right, so you're going to outline everything on your fish, not the circle part. So I'm going to do one fish. And this part is not erased because you do want to keep on your line as best as possible. So you're going to outline the outside edge of your fish's body. You're going to outline the fin on the top. The fins on the side. And the tail. So as I'm drawing, I notice that right here I skipped that little spot. So I want to make sure with a Sharpie, I want to make sure that it is exactly where I want to put it. The pencil, you can always erase and put it in the spot that you want it, but the Sharpie you cannot erase. So I'm actually going to make some of these a little bit longer and more curved. Then I'm going to go back to the face and I'm going to outline the gills as well. So every single part of your pencil is going to get outlined with the Sharpie because you're actually going to end up erasing everything. So I'm taking my time and I'm making sure that I'm staying as close to the line as possible. Especially for me, since I did draw dark on mine, I want to make sure that you can see it. Now the eyes, you're going to color the eyes in all the way black. Because the actual pencil is a gray color and we don't want gray eyes. Gray eyes actually end up making look like they're going blind. So we don't want our koi fish going blind. So I leave the white spots and then I color in the eyes. Just like that. So I'm looking at my fish, making sure I didn't skip anything. Then I'm going to do the bottom fish, or the top, I guess. Doesn't matter because they're all in a circle. So I'm going to trace my second one. You trace your second one. Again, don't forget to color the eyes black. A lot of people remember to to trace all the lines, but then they forget to color the eyes black. Sharpie has the best black for the eyes. So when you're finished, it looks like mine. You can definitely see the fish. They really pop out. Love Sharpies. When you're finished with the Sharpie and you're 100% sure that you have everything outlined, then you're going to go back in and erase all of your pencil line in the fish. Don't erase the pencil line between your fish that are connecting your fish. So I'm going to start just at the tail, just because that happens to be where my hand was. So all of the lines get erased. And make sure you do erase it as best as possible, because the pencil lines are kind of like you were practicing drawing, and then the Sharpie is 100% sure that's where I want it. So you don't want everybody to see kind of your maybe I'm going to put it here type lines. It's kind of like a magician. Artists use things like lines and shapes to help them draw, but they don't want everybody to know. And I do want to say, when you're erasing the eyes, make sure the eye is 100% dry. Erase the eyes last, because if the Sharpie is not 100% dry, the rubber in the eraser will cause it to smear, and then you have like a fuzzy looking eyeball. So then I go in order. That way I make sure I don't accidentally skip anything that has a pencil line. So I do the tail first, then I do the body of the fish, then I go to the fins, then I spin it around and I do the whiskers. Then I do the eyeballs last. And you can see where I had messed up the other video. You can still kind of see like the shadow. But when you paint, that will definitely help erase or hide any of the mess ups. So I'm looking just to make sure that I didn't skip over any lines. All right, you are finished with this section of the fish. The next step is going to be the painting of it. However, you must watch the entire next video before you get your paints.